Hey there, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's a bright, sunny, 70-degree day here in Boston. And yes, I'm still wearing my hoodie. You could totally make fun of me for that. I, I don't take the hoodie off until it's like 80 degrees. And even then, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit too cold for me. I'm definitely a warm weather person. I'd rather it be warm than cold, but I deal with it. Anyway, today I want to talk a little bit about the discussion that's going on in the group. Some great discussion, some great thoughts around the question that I asked. Was it Monday? I believe I posted it. What is the number one thing that's keeping you from succeeding in your career? What's the number one thing that has caused you to fail and not succeed in your career? And there's some great stuff going on, some great suggestions in there, some great, really transparent answers in there. Talk about fear, lack of focus, stuff like that. So I definitely suggest you check out that thread. What's the number one thing that's holding you back in your career? I want to talk about one thing, though, that I notice a lot, and I believe it was Chris that brought it up. He had mentioned that it's about lack of focus, and that often when there's this thing that we know we need to do, but we don't do it, we might experience some anxiety around it. You know, there's something on our to-do list, there's something that we know we need to do, but there's this anxiety and we don't do it. But that the best thing to do is push through and get it done, because that's the one thing that you know you need to do. So having that focus is really important. But fear definitely plays a factor there as well. There's absolutely the fear factor. And so what I've found a lot of the time is that, specifically tech managers, my clients, the folks that I work with, folks who are looking to upgrade their careers, get a promotion, get a raise, earn more money, land that job. But this is something that's not specific to our little niche, to our little world, is that a lot of times people hide in busy work. That we use that as an excuse for not doing the hard thing, for not eating the frog. What was it? I think it's Mark Twain who had suggested, eat a live frog first thing in the morning, every morning. You do that and you start your day off, then you'll start your day off with something, okay, I do the hard thing. The one thing that is the most important thing that's gonna help you take that step in the right direction, as opposed to a step toward failure, a step toward just a step toward irrelevance, a step toward just sort of being okay, a step toward settling. We don't want to do that, right? But we spin our wheels. We're that hamster, we're that proverbial hamster that's constantly running and running around on the hamster wheel. But a lot of times it's out of fear, or it could be lack of focus, or a number of other things. Lack of self-esteem, limiting beliefs. There's a lot of stuff that can get in the way. Or did I say lack of limiting beliefs? No, we want lack of empowering beliefs. We want to have empowering beliefs. So it's our limiting beliefs that can get in the way. It could be any number of these things that could keep us from getting off that hamster wheel, which is what we want to do. We don't want to just keep spinning and getting drowned in busy work. That's absolutely not something that we want to do. Like imposter syndrome is another big one here too as well. Like kind of feeling like you're the one that doesn't know what they're doing, and that you're going to get found out. So I don't want to do the hard thing. I can't do the hard thing, because if I try to do the hard thing, then they're going to find out. that I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, and I don't have the skills, I don't have the abilities to really do this. So there's a number of things that can get in the way of doing that hard thing. But you can't hide in the busy work. You know, like I said in the response to Chris in the thread, and I've heard this before. These were pretty much verbatim words out of someone's mouth. We were having a conversation about having that conversation with his boss. So he wanted to get a promotion. This is a tech manager who I worked with. He wanted to get a promotion, and we talked about, you know, it's about a series of conversations. It's about, you got to have those conversations with your boss about these are my career goals. How can you help me get there? How can we work together so that I can be put in a position where I'm going to thrive and I can serve the company better? Because I'm going to be happier and everybody else is going to be happier and everybody's going to be more productive for it as well. How can we work together to do this? And it's about having that series of conversations. And these conversations are not always easy for a number of reasons, especially if you have a boss who doesn't think that it's his or her job to help you get a promotion. You know, if you have a boss who doesn't think that it's his or her job to promote you, to help promote you, to help let you shine and empower you, who doesn't think it's his or her job to people manage, you know, especially if you're in tech. Maybe your boss is someone who came up through being an IC and has been in tech heavy for a long time. And now your boss is someone who's suddenly a people manager, but doesn't understand at all what being a people manager means. And so, yeah, especially in those kinds of situations, it's hard to manage up. Absolutely. But it's about having those conversations and having those series of conversations so you can get that promotion, so that you can get where you want and you're going to help the company get where they want to go in the process. So it's having this conversation with him, and he got it intellectually, right? Yeah, I know I need to have these conversations with my boss, but Jen, it's so hard. Yeah, I know, but it's so hard because I have these Excel sheets. And he started going on and on about Excel sheets, about how he needs to keep these Excel sheets up to date. And that's his job. And he can't take the time to talk to his boss because the Excel sheets need to be in order. And if they're not, and if he doesn't stay on top of them, then, you know, the shit's going to hit the fan and everything's going to blow up. And so we do these things, we say these things without even realizing it, and then we look back on it and we say, oh, wow, yeah. It's just an excuse. Are you hiding in Excel sheets? Are you hiding in Slack? Instead of having the real life conversations that you know you need to have in person, flesh to flesh, shake the person's hand, give them a pat on the back. Are you avoiding having those real life conversations, and are you hiding in Slack and pretending that talking on Slack all day is really getting you and your team and the company that you work for where you want to go? Are you hiding in Busywork? Are you hiding in your email? Are you hiding in, I don't know what else is something that people can do that I've seen? Hiding in finding that next best app, right? Oh, we need an app. We need another app for the team. Oh, there's this cool app that I found out about that, you know, might help us communicate better. There's 1,000,001, not that many actually. But look, I go to conferences. I get these emails from people all the time. I'm in the people management space in tech. So I get emails all the time from companies who believe that they've built the next best app that is totally going to solve all of the team's communication problems, whether it's better one-on-ones or, improving communication, improving workflow, or whatever it is. And maybe you get caught up in that as well, right? Especially if you're a tech manager, you might hear about these apps, these awesome apps that are just totally going to be like magically change the communication and change the productivity of your team. And are you hiding in that? Like, okay, what's the app that I need? You don't need an app. You need to have those conversations. You need to have those real life conversations with people. That's how you establish trust. And that's how you learn to communicate better, by communicating. And that's how you're going to get that raise. That's how you're going to get that promotion. That's how you're going to land that job. Oh, don't even get me started about what people, the busy work that people hide themselves in when they're on the job market. Oh yeah, totally, Jen, I'm on the job market. 10 out of 10, let's do this. Okay, I really need to fix my resume. I've been working on my resume for months, so can we please do this? Can we fix my resume? I think there's just a few words that need changing in here. I don't know, like people, it mustn't be resonating because my resume isn't good enough. That's why I'm not getting the leads. That's why I'm not getting the jobs. We just need to change a few words on the resume. And so we hide in that and we convince ourselves that if we just do this easy thing, like give me those magic words, give me those magic resume words, those magic LinkedIn profile words that are going to help me get this job. That's all it is, right? And we hide in it and we think we wish, we hope that it's just that easy thing. That if I just type on Slack one more message, if I just change one word in my resume, maybe a few, that's not it. Look, there's no magic wand, there's no magic words, there's no magic app. It's about doing the hard thing. And usually what it comes down to, if you are looking to upgrade your career, if you are looking to do something akin to that, especially if it's in the tech world, but no matter what, no matter where, in what industry, usually what it comes down to is having those conversations. And look, conversations can be hard, especially when you're used to just talking about busy work. When you're used to just talking about status updates and bugs that need fixing. If you're used to just complaining about customers or clients who don't get it, and that's the level of conversation that you're used to, and you're not used to saying things like, look, boss, I want a promotion. I'm adding a lot of value to this company. I want to talk about how I can add even more. If you're not used to saying those words and your boss is not used to hearing them, yeah, it's gonna be hard. Absolutely. But that's how you know you're doing the right thing. Because you know it's going to get you where you want to go. And it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. So are you hiding in busy work? If so, what busy work are you hiding in? And what's the one thing, what's the frog? What's the frog that you need to eat? And do that. That's why I get this all the time when people are talking, especially managers and folks at that level, kind of middle management, and they say, oh my God, I look at my CTO or I look at my CIO or folks in the C-suite, and it's like they don't work. You know, they're making $500K a year on up, and like they're so relaxed and they're so awesome at what they do. And it's like, I'm here spinning my wheels on the hamster wheel, and they're just like, you know, they're off in St. Lucia enjoying a couple weeks, but yet they're still adding a ton of value. The reason is because the way that they got there was by constantly, consistently doing the hard thing. Taking that intelligent action, that in doing it, you know, in an inspired way, in an incessant way, every single day. They follow the 80-20 rule. 20% of your actions are going to gain 80% of your outcomes. What is the 20%? And what I'd add to that is, in that 20%, it absolutely has to be, what is that hard thing? That's how they got there, and that's how you're going to get there. There's no easy way out. There is no easy way out. There is no easy thing to do, so don't hide in the busy work. So that's what I'm going to leave you with. And look, if you're sick and tired of hiding in the busy work and just don't know a way out of it, and don't have a process, don't have systems, don't have strategies, don't have the support to find your way out of it, then let's hop on a call. Let's talk through it and let's figure out if it's a fit to work together. No matter what the answer to that question is, whether or not it's a fit, I'm going to get you the help you need. So just reach out. It's jenbunk.com/apply. If you absolutely understand what it is that I'm saying and you agree with what I'm saying, but you just, you're at your wit's end and you don't know what to do. You don't know how to have those conversations with your boss because you've tried everything. You don't know how to be on the job market with purpose because you've tried everything. Whatever it is, whatever version of upgrading your career, if you're a tech manager and you want to stop hiding in the busy work but don't know how, just book a call with me. jenbunk.com/apply. All right, folks, but for everyone, are you hiding in the busy work? The answer for most of us is yes. If you say no, then you're kidding yourself. You have to look harder in the mirror. Take a hard look in the mirror. What busy work are you hiding in? And what can I just cross off my to-do list because it's not important? Put the Excel sheets away and have those conversations. All right. I will get off of my soapbox for the day. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. Talk to you later.